So I want to give you all a little behind the scenes before we get into this episode. When I first wanted to do this, and by this I mean movie tales, the concept of this show, I was strictly just going to do Galactic Tales. Like we would do a weekly show where we talk about old science fiction movies because I think there's so much interesting stuff in them. They fall into a lot of the same traps, and I just love the effort of making a costume or a set or a sound effect that doesn't fully work. But I started to branch out and was like, yeah, there's more interesting movies to talk about too. But when we were first going to do Galactic Tales, I went to HMV when that was still a thing, and I bought like a sweeping collection of a bunch of old DVDs and Blu-rays of movies I wanted to talk about. Among them was this film, Invasion of the Star Creatures. This was one of the early ones we were going to talk about when I first started the conceit of this show. And now it's been 3 years, and we're finally getting to it. In that time, when I first bought this specific DVD, I didn't own a DVD player. I owned a PlayStation 2 that I used for DVDs. I don't have the PS2 anymore, but I do have a DVD player. And coming out of the Halloween season, I just figured, let's talk about a science fiction movie. I have a DVD player, let's put on this stupid movie that I knew nothing about. I knew nothing about this. Do you know why I bought this movie? The girl's on the cover. Here's the thing about this movie. This cover depicts like 4 women that you can kind of see. There's like 2 women in this movie. The things we are seeing on this cover does not happen in this movie. This was a lie. I should have read the back because it says a pair of comical soldiers investigate a strange and remote crater in an atomic detonation area and discover many beautiful alien vixens. They don't. Not many. There's 2. There's 2 women in this movie. This cover's a lie. There is a plant creature in this movie. There's numerous of them. But this shouldn't even fall under the category of Galactic Tales. This should be Comedic Tales because this is a comedy. An insane movie. Sometimes on this show, we cover films where we go back in time and just see a specific era, and I just go to myself, there's nobody in my life I could show this to. No friends or family, co-workers, or anybody that I would want to show a film to. Invasion of the Star Creatures is one of those films. There's not a single person in my immediate life I would want to show this to. Even if we were doing like, let's get together and watch a bunch of corny movies. This would never play. This type of humor would never play. And that's so insane because I genuinely like this type of humor. It is not taking itself seriously. The 2 leads in this movie, they're on the back here. Robert Ball and Frankie Ray, they are doing like a combination of Honeymooners meets the Marx Brothers. It is so specific. You got like an angry guy from Brooklyn and like a guy with a whiny voice like this, you know? Hey, what are we doing here? That kind of thing. It's such a specific type of humor, and it's just, I guess, 2 comedic geniuses coming together to do this movie. The premise of Invasion of the Star Creatures. 1, it's not an invasion. There's never an invasion. Star creatures, sure. It should be called 2 beautiful girls kiss some guys for the first time. Okay, so we have 2 like military soldiers named Penn and Philbrick. They don't like that they're like some random outpost, and one day they get assigned to a special mission to check out a cave. Yep, that's what happens. This film is 70 minutes, by the way. This cut, at least. There's other cuts I think that are longer and stupider. So they go to a cave. I'm skipping all the jokes because they're either for you or they are not for you. They work for me because there's just stupid stuff of like, I bet you can't fit into this barrel. Oh, I can fit into this barrel. And then we cut to a shot that's clearly not the guy's full body, but like a fake pair of legs sticking out of the barrel. That's funny. I'm sorry. I think it's funny. There are some good jokes in here, okay? There are some good jokes in here. For this stupid movie, I don't want to show anybody in my life. It's genuinely funny, but Penn and Philbrick, they go with a couple other, like, people. Like, I think it's 3 other guys. You have one of them who's, like, a nerd who... somebody gets attacked by a rattlesnake, and then this guy whips out a gun and shoots the rattlesnake. It's just instinctively, he's like, bam, bam, bam. He's like, I've never killed anything before. Yeah, it's like a crisis in the span of 10 seconds. I'm like, whoa, that is so stupid and crazy. So these guys check out like some weird anomaly. They go into this cave, and it's like one cave location that has 3 layers to it. So we do some Scooby-Doo bits where people are wandering in different sections of the cave. It's funny. They stumble across a plant creature. They don't know it's a plant creature yet. It's just like a weird costume creature. And look, it's the 60s. It doesn't look great, but I love it. I think this design's awesome. It just looks like a bunch of green shit thrown upon a costume. And it's in black and white, so you'd never tell what it is. It works so well for me. You get some good bits out of that. And then more plant creatures show up, and eventually Penn and Philbrick are captured by our invaders, our star creatures, whatever you want to say. It's two beautiful ladies in revealing clothing who are 7 feet tall and are from a distant planet. Now, this is a comedy, so it's going to be really dumb, the stuff that's going to follow. The women don't have anything to do. They don't get a single joke, which I know what we're doing. I know the era of movie we're making. That's not fine, but it's going to happen. This movie does 2 cardinal sins, in my opinion, for the science fiction genre. Science fiction should always be about prosperity and intelligence and like going beyond in these different ways. So when you have caricatures of a Native American person and you have women characters who have never, been with a man before, so the very idea of being with a man changes their entire life, you do 2 things I hate. So this movie depicts these 2 women who are from like a planet where there's no men. They're just plant creatures that they create for fun in pots. Why do they make them out of pots? There's like a hand sticking out of a pot. How does a whole body come out of that? I don't understand. It's a funny joke because the hand waves to them and points to a door. I know that's why that happened. I just hate that we're scientifically advanced women and all this stuff, but we don't understand love. So the very thought of kissing one of these fucking losers will send us on a collision course of a stupid idea. I hate all that. That stuff always bothers me. The stuff of the Native Americans too, where they just, I don't even want to talk about it. When we talked about King Kong, we also talked about how every single character is racist except if you're white. It's so stupid and annoying. I hate it so much. It took me out of this stupid fucking comedy to have that happen. Nonetheless, there's these 2 women's from this galaxy and their planet's dying, and they're well, we could probably colonize Earth, so we're here to investigate if Earth is sustainable for this. We literally in this crater built a rocket launch facility that nobody can fucking see for some reason. And they're going to send a beacon back home. Yeah, come on and invade this place. It's kind of sick. It will work for us. So Penn and Philbrick are captured. They somehow escape because they kiss a girl and she's too stupid to realize it. And then they go back to the army base being yo, boss, we got to get back here and invade this thing. The boss is I don't care. That's stupid. You're the only 2 that came back from this mission. That's dumb. Now, in these sequences I am talking about, we get my 2 favorite jokes in this entire thing. There's a sequence where Penn and Philbrick are running away from the plant monsters, and one of them tosses Philbrick, and he just goes, boy, I've never been tossed by salad before. And I thought that was clever. That's clever. That is a funny joke. That is actually something. And then there's another recurring joke that happens multiple times in this, where science fiction isn't real. There's no space invaders, but because Philbrick is a fan of this TV show or old radio show called The Adventures of Captain Commander Connors or something, he has a special commander ring, and the general that they work with has a ring too, but he's ranked lower than Philbrick, so he has to follow Philbrick around to stop the invasion. Then they run into the Native American characters, and then they have a ring for Commander Connors, and everyone but the Native American has outranked Philbrick. It is a funny stupid joke that I love, and it's just Penn being what's with all these rings? Why does everyone watch this stuff? It is funny. It's a good joke because now a bunch of idiots are going to invade a stupid place and stop stuff. Through the sheer willpower of hitting stupid buttons, they manage to blow up the spaceship that was sending a beacon back to the girl's home planet. I think it happens because they sit on a button. I'll say this too. There are some really good sound effects in this movie. It's all Looney Tunes cartoon sound effects of just loud noises like bonks and bips and everything. It is ridiculous and makes no sense, but I appreciate it for at least attempting that. They win. These 2 idiots win. I hate that they win because they're the worst people you've ever met. But they win, and the women are how are we going to get home now? And then the one girl's have you tried kissing them, ma'am? So she kisses Penn, and she's oh, I guess we'll just be wives or something. Why would they want to get married? It's stupid and annoying. But because Penn and Philbrick save the day, they get rewarded a medal for heroics. And at the ceremony, literally like the guy from the government has like a Commander Connors ring. So he and Philbrick geek out over that. I'm like, that's still funny. That joke is still funny, that all these people have a secret ring that gives them access to a stupid club. That's funny. That's Stonecutters funny. I like it. And then they like drive off with their beautiful wives and they won. And it's just so annoying. Look, it's like Abbott and Costello. It's Laurel and Hardy. It's the Marx Brothers. It's the Stooges. It's any of those classic duos. But this time around, it's Robert Ball and Frankie Ray. Those names mean something to some people. They did a lot of stuff with Corman back in the day too. And we love Corman on this channel. We do love him a lot. But, God, do these guys just annoy the hell out of me and do some stupid shit in this movie. It's not a good movie. I enjoy it more than maybe anybody else you are going to hear talk about it. I don't know how many people are going to talk about this stupid movie. Because I know what we're doing. Like, its distributor is Cheesy Films. Okay? It knows what it's doing. There's a jive talking general who's white, and he goes like, you dig, you heard. I mean, it's stupid and ridiculous. But somebody's got to do it, right? I mean, do we get Scary Movie if we don't have stuff like this? We don't get like Joe Dante or, I guess for better or worse, John Landis. You know, this is interesting at the very least. Like the women they do wear these outfits. They do wear the outfits. They are never in like a tube or attacked by the plant creatures. They kiss boys, get starstruck, and then fall in love. And that's it. And then everything else is bad but stupid, but there's some good jokes in there that make something entertaining. But that's Invasion of the Star Creatures. It sucks. But I laughed more than I probably should have. Maybe it's because I was watching this after like a hard day of work and I was delusional and I'm like, oh, this is what I need right now. Maybe. But please don't watch it. Actually, no, don't watch it. It's not worth it. Just watch this video and I'll tell you, it's kind of funny. If you want to ruin an afternoon with your friends, maybe put it on. But sometimes those are the best kind of movies. Just ones where you just ruin somebody's day and they hate you for making them watch something. I love when that happens. I don't show a lot of people movies I watch anymore just because it's hard. Because everyone just wants to watch something stupid. But not the stupid I find interesting, you know? Either way, that's Invasion of the Star Creatures. Thank you all for watching this episode of Galactic Tales. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And of course, I will catch you in the next one. Remember, kids, buy more physical media. There's no streaming service that has this. Oh, yes, there is. It's called YouTube. Have fun, stay safe, good luck.